B final about to get underway, and we've got 2 Germans, 2 Dutch on the front 2 rows of the grid, a staggered grid for these B finals. That's Verkooijen. Behind him is his brother Nellis Verkooijen, and alongside them Bernd Leinemann, who's the highest place from last year here, because Richard Hutton, last year's champion, isn't racing in this year's championship. The green flag runs across. The crowd are starting to cheer. Tremendous participation from the crowd here, but the starter still won't let them go, and one of the Verkooijens, that's Ruud Verkooijen, just crept forward, so they're having trouble getting this Division 1B final away. Right, let's have another go. The engine levels go up, the crowd level goes up, the adrenaline level goes up, and they get away cleanly this time for the Division 1B final in the second round of the European Championship. And a great start by the young German Jan Becker in his Nissan Sunny GT-IR. There are 3 Nissans and 1 Escort in this one. At the moment, it's Nissans that are winning. So important to get into that first right-hander. And onto the loose in front, and getting a little friendly or not so friendly shove from the Dutchman is Jan Becker, but he hangs on there, grits his teeth, and he's in the right position for the left-hander, sneaking up on the inside. We've got Bernd Leinemann, the highest placed from last year, competing in this year's championship. And of course there is no point in having a second place here. That's why they're really getting hammer and tongs with each other at the moment. You have to win to go through to the A final. That's what makes the sport of rallycross so exciting. And then bringing up the rear effectively, we've got 2 guys who are well out of contention now. One in the Subaru Impreza, Jacques Franssen, and the Renault Clio Williams of Alberto Tomba. Tombo, not Tomba, the ski racer. So 6 laps in these finals, and we can see Ruud Verkooijen starting to close down on these front 2. And their battle, if anything, had slowed them down a little bit. There's not even very much between the 2 brothers, but it's still Jan Becker. Terribly difficult to concentrate when you know you're constantly being pushed at from behind. But then, on the other hand, the drivers who are behind have the problem of dust to contend with. There's a lot of talk about dust in the rallycross world at the moment. Some of the circuits that aren't as well prepared as this circuit in Lusada are talking about maybe applying a certain mix of resin to the surface to keep the dust down. And then a lot of people say, well, that will spoil the feel of the event, and a lot of the spectators like to go home a different colour to the colour they arrived, as they very often do. So he's gone very wide now, Bernd Leinemann, and he really has lost any chance of getting past Jan Becker, who is controlling this race from the front. The question we now ask is, has Ruud Verkooijen got the legs enough to catch Bernd Leinemann up and get himself the points that a second position would get him? Of course, only the winner, as I said earlier, will go through to the A final, but positions are important for points as far as the championship is concerned. Bernd Leinemann seems to have recovered a little bit now, and he's once again in a challenging position. It's as if he loses concentration from time to time, and then regroups, gets a bit of strength, and moves in. So we're on to the last corner, and Leinemann making a last-ditch attempt to get past, but he doesn't, as we get a rather limp checkered flag from our Finnish judge here.